There's something sacred about the quiet of home. The familiar walls, the soft light through the curtains, the well-worn path from the kitchen to the living room. After so many years, home becomes more than just a place. It becomes a part of us, a shelter full of memories, comfort, and small routines that make us feel safe. But sometimes, even in the places we trust the most, there are quiet risks we don't notice right away. Things that once seemed harmless, even helpful, may now bring more danger than comfort. Not because we did anything wrong, but simply because our bodies and needs change with time. You might be surprised to learn that some everyday household items, things we see and use without a second thought, could actually be making life harder, more painful, or even less safe as we age. They're not loud, not obvious, but they sit quietly, waiting for one slip, one ache, one moment. I want to talk about 6 of those things today. Not to scare you, but to gently open your eyes to a few changes that could make your life at home softer, safer, and a little more peaceful. If even one of these helps you move more freely or sleep more soundly, then this time together will be worth it. So please stay with me. Let's take a thoughtful walk through the home together. With care, with honesty, and with your well-being at the heart of it all. One of the quiet truths we learn as we age is that the little things begin to matter more, not just emotionally, but physically too. A single step that's too high, a doorway that's a little too narrow, or even a rug that slides just a bit. They didn't bother us at 40, but now they can make all the difference in the world. Let's start with something simple, something many of us have had for decades. Throw rugs. Those small decorative mats by the sink or the bathroom door. They've added color, warmth, and softness to our homes. We've gotten used to stepping over them, smoothing their corners, even vacuuming around them without a second thought. But now, that same rug can shift just slightly underfoot and send us tumbling. One wrong step, one loose corner, and suddenly, what was once cozy has become a quiet hazard. I remember a woman I used to visit at church, 78 years old, full of life. She tripped on a small rug in her hallway one evening. Nothing dramatic, just one bad step on the way to the bathroom. But she fractured her hip. Her recovery took months, and it changed how she felt in her own home. A place that had once made her feel strong, now made her feel fragile. It wasn't her fault. It never is. It's just a reminder that even the friendliest things in our homes can become tricky companions with time. If you have rugs that don't stay in place, consider giving them a new home, maybe somewhere they can't trip you up, or use non-slip pads underneath. Even that small change could save you from a painful fall. We don't need to fill our homes with things that work against us. These years deserve comfort, not caution. And sometimes, peace begins by removing what no longer keeps us safe. Some dangers don't come from the floor beneath our feet. They come from the quiet corners of our medicine cabinets. Many of us have a drawer or a shelf filled with old medication bottles. Some were prescribed years ago. Others might have belonged to a spouse or were saved just in case we needed them again. It's understandable. We come from a generation that doesn't waste. We hold on to things, especially things that once helped us. But here's the gentle truth. Expired or unneeded medications can quietly cause harm. They may lose their effectiveness, become unstable, or mix poorly with newer prescriptions we're now taking. And the older we get, the more sensitive our bodies become to those little changes. There's also the emotional side. Holding on to an old bottle that belonged to someone we loved. It can feel like we're keeping a piece of them close. Letting it go might feel like saying goodbye all over again, but love lives in memories, not in dusty containers. I once sat with a friend who had saved every bottle her husband had ever used, even years after he passed. She couldn't bring herself to throw them away. We talked quietly about what he would have wanted, how he loved her, how he'd never want something of his to bring her harm. Eventually, she let them go, and with that came a surprising sense of peace. If you're unsure about what's still safe, your pharmacist is a wonderful person to ask. You don't have to figure it all out alone. Just take it one step, one bottle, one drawer at a time. Our homes should be places of healing, not quiet risks hidden behind cupboard doors. Clearing out what no longer serves us doesn't mean we're forgetting the past. It means we're choosing to live safely and fully in the present. You deserve that. You really do. Let's talk now about the things we use every day, the ones we've never really questioned. They seem so ordinary, so harmless. But as our bodies change, these once simple tools can begin to work against us in quiet, uncomfortable ways. Take scented candles and air fresheners. Many of us enjoy the soft glow of a candle or the fresh scent of a spray. It makes a house feel warm, clean, welcoming. But many of these products release chemicals into the air, tiny particles that can irritate the lungs, especially if we already live with asthma, COPD, or simply weaker breathing as we age. You may not even notice it at first. Maybe just a little tickle in the throat, or a slight cough that lingers. But over time, these fragrances can make the air we breathe harder on the body. What smells fresh to the nose might not be so kind to the lungs. Then there's heavy cookware, those thick pots and pans we've used for decades. Cast iron, ceramic baking dishes, even glass casserole trays. Years ago, we lifted them with ease. Now they can strain the wrists, stress the back, or slip from our hands when we least expect it. One woman I knew told me she dropped a full pot of soup simply because her hands couldn't hold the weight anymore. She didn't burn herself, thankfully, but it scared her. She started using lighter, safer pans after that. Silicone handles, smaller sizes. No shame in that. In fact, it was a beautiful act of self-care. It's not about weakness. It's about wisdom. Recognizing that our tools should serve us, not challenge us. There are gentler options now, and choosing them doesn't take anything away from who you are. In fact, it honors the strength it took to get here. Little changes like these, switching a pan, opening a window instead of lighting a candle, they add up, and they send a quiet message to your body. I see you. I care for you. I want to make life easier. There's something sacred about the way we care for ourselves in our older years. It's not about vanity anymore. It's about dignity, about comfort, about choosing what feels kind rather than what looks a certain way. But sometimes we forget that even the items meant to help us feel put together can quietly wear us down. One such item is something many people keep using out of habit: old or unsupportive footwear. Around the house, we may slip into worn-out slippers or shoes that are soft and easy to slide on. But when those soles are thin, when there's no grip or support, they can make every step more dangerous. It might start with a slight wobble or a toe that catches on the carpet. Then one day it turns into a fall. It's never about carelessness. It's often about comfort being confused with safety, and we all deserve both. Now let's talk about something even softer: dim lighting. Many of us prefer a gentle glow in the evening. Bright lights can feel harsh. But as we age, our eyes naturally lose sharpness. The same lighting that felt fine 10 years ago might now cast shadows that hide important things. A small object on the floor, a corner of a table, even a step that's hard to see. Good lighting doesn't have to be cold or sterile. A warm bulb, thoughtfully placed, can still bring softness, but also clarity. Adding a lamp in a hallway, or switching to brighter bulbs in areas where you read or cook, can truly protect you more than you may realize. When we tend to these small things, our shoes, our lighting, we're doing something deeply meaningful. We're creating a space that reflects care, not neglect. We're saying, I matter. My safety matters. There's no shame in rethinking the little details. These aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. Signs that we've lived long enough to know what truly deserves our attention. Your home should be a sanctuary, not a puzzle. And you deserve to walk through it with steady feet and clear eyes. If you've made it this far, thank you, truly. It takes courage to look at your familiar world with new eyes, to ask, is this still serving me? That kind of honesty isn't always easy, but it's a powerful form of self-respect. The truth is, getting older isn't about giving things up. It's about returning to what matters most: safety, peace, ease, and comfort. Our homes should feel like warm blankets, On a quiet morning, soft, reliable, and safe. And if that means letting go of a favorite rug, switching out a pair of slippers, or tossing an old candle, then so be it. Because your well-being is worth far more than any object. Change doesn't have to happen all at once. It can happen slowly. One drawer, one bulb, one small adjustment at a time. Each step is a gift to yourself, a way of saying, I care about the years ahead, and you should. Because those years still hold so much. Laughter, stillness, grace, even surprise. Life doesn't stop being beautiful. It simply asks us to move through it more gently. So as you walk through your home today, take a moment to notice what's around you, not with fear, but with love. The same love you've shown others all your life, now turned inward, just a little. You've taken care of so many people. Let this be a time where you care deeply for yourself. You are not fragile, you're precious, and you deserve a home that reflects that.